always knew that I was supposed to make Dirty Computer before I did the ArcAndroid. So it was a project that existed in the future, and I guess I needed to get to the present and get in a space where I was ready to really work on it. I had the Metropolis series that was set in the 2719 era. ArcAndroid was in 2719, Electric Lady was so far in the future. But I felt like it was really important to come back to the present and center myself here. I live in the future, man, and I lose track of time, honestly. So I don't know how long I've been working on this project. It feels like a lifetime. It's really exciting as an artist to tap into the many different dimensions that maybe I didn't even know that I had, you know? Once you strip away anybody's expectations, even your own, of who you need to be, especially while you're recording, magical shit just happens. I've always been very excited for people to see the different sides of Janelle Monáe. Pink is a women's anthem, celebrating all women. I'll just be very clear, was really inspired by Black Girl Magic. I wanted to give us a visualization of when we come together, how magical we are, when we're aligned, when we're united. You can never get enough of celebrating women. I just think we don't even get the amount of love that I feel like we deserve. So it was an honor to do that visual. You know, freedom is not free. You have to work for it, because fear can get in the way of your freedom if you allow it. You know, you have those voices in your head that try to stop you from evolving. And once I got past those voices, that's when I started to not be the self-editor that I've known myself to be. I owed it to myself because so many artists have come before me, from Bowie, Prince, I can keep going on and on, who helped open up the doors for us to remain creative and be creative and choose freedom over fear. Fear is like, they're like clouds passing through. You know, it'll be gone eventually. I think if I had to look back, I was always the one who would want to take down a bully. You know, if any of my friends were being bullied, my cousins, my sister, like I didn't play that. I didn't like when people picked on anybody for their clothes, their uniqueness, their sexuality. I never liked that growing up, and I was always the one who was very vocal about it, and I may take a few hits because of it, literally. Whenever I see that, I just try to do all I can to speak up, speak out. You know, we gotta do something, because it's personal for me. It's a little difficult for me to speak about, you know, my relationship with Prince, because I really miss him, and he meant so much to me. I not only was inspired by him as an artist, like so many of us have been, but I had the opportunity to know him, and he was a mentor to me. He was on my last album, The Electric Lady. We did a song called Giving Them What They Love, and it was just amazing. Even during that time, as big as he was, he allowed me to produce him, to have the creative freedom. He looked to me for what I wanted him to do. And it was one of the easiest collaborations I've ever had. And I'm forever indebted and thankful to him, and I'll try to honor him as much as I possibly can. I was really honored when Spotify reached out to me to be the first artist to join this particular campaign, the Black History Is Now campaign. I think what they're doing and what we've been able to do together is important because we're bigger than just a month. You know, there's so much going on in the Black community, from the arts to music, film. Afro-futurism is the lens that I wanted to touch on, because through Afro-futurism, we get to tell our stories and we get to talk about a future where we thrive. Yeah, and I think that's important, that we're just reminded that year-round we're doing excellent things. There's a lot of Black excellence that it would take longer than a year, honestly, to celebrate.